see who we're lighting it for. Okay. Nate and I are lighting a candle for my grandfather, Verl Johnson, Nate's great-grandfather. He passed away last year. And the thing I remember most about Grandpa Johnson is that he loved to be the host. And even after he retired, they bought a large lake home so that everybody could come visit and have a place to stay. And we did a lot of fishing, and he loved to sit and talk. He was very accepting of all people.
Last time I remember, it was about, I think I was 8 or 7 years old. I went to his house. The second to the last time I went to his house, the last time I went to his house was probably this year, and the time before that was the last time I saw him. And I still remember when I was at his house, and then I went in the basement with my cousin, and we broke a little rule. And we went on the treadmill, and my cousin put it on super fast, and I fell backwards, and when it was running, it scraped this knee right here. I have a little scar. And I went upstairs to tell, actually Alec, I think, my cousin went upstairs, and yeah, I think I got a little in trouble.
Well, maybe that story will keep me from crying. I'm lighting this candle for my dad, or not. By his example, he taught me how to serve others and how to treat other people.
My dad's sister, Marilyn, passed away a few weeks ago. And when she was young, she couldn't say my dad's name. His name was Larry, and she called him I. And she just adored my father. And she was the last of my dad's generation to pass away. So I feel like it's now time to carry the torch of leadership in the family. And so I'm honoring Marilyn today.
Well, I'm going to light a candle for my father, who will be gone 3 years next Sunday. And my mother died in February, so now I'm an orphan. And people always ask me, sort of like, maybe because they know me, usually sitting at a piano or something, you know, were your parents musical? And my dad used to take the train from Cottonwood, Minnesota, which is sort of out by the western, what do you call it? State line, you know. And to McPhail's School of Music, you know, it was like a 2 hours or maybe 3 hours, I don't know how long it was, but once a week to study the trumpet. And he became a lawyer, but I know that he wanted to be a professional musician and just didn't get there. He played in the St. Cloud City Band for like 40-some years. And my mother also played piano, and she came to the university, and she was, I think, trying to get lessons or something like that, and so they had an audition. And they told her, you know, you can take music lessons if you promise never to sing in public again. So she did. But you know, they were just, great people, very, very smart, ambitious. But, my mother was the heart of, like most mothers are, of a family. And I didn't think I'd be doing as well as I'm doing this year because of her loss. But I've decided that she did something right and something stuck, and I'm doing okay. So I'm going to light the candle for those two, but also my brother who's going to have a bone marrow transplant hopefully next month. We're waiting for news from the National Registry since none of us were a match. And I know that he would be turning to her a lot right now and can't, so we're all just thinking good thoughts.
So honestly, I don't think there's enough candles up here for me. I could light all of them, but ever since high school, it's like friends left and right, and other family members, all my grandparents. Most recently, my mom's mom passed on, same birthday as Jaden, my nephew. So I think I'm just gonna light 2 or 3 of them and just get it all taken care of. I need one just mega candle.
So my kids, would like to light a candle. Our neighbor David died unexpectedly from a complication of tonsillectomy at age 22, about, I don't know, it's about a month or 2 ago. And although we weren't particularly close with him, I can say that it's somebody that the kids really always looked up to on the bus. And I think he had this air of just passion for his life and what he meant. And when he'd come home, I think the kids just really saw that. And I could tell that he was a spark in his family unit. And so the kids would like to just light a candle for him. And I think kind of that spirit of what he lived for in his life.
Else would like to come up? Who hasn't come up? Oh, it's very powerful. I mean, almost all the people the candles for are gone. And yet, just the stories that we tell and the emotion that is in us also tells us that they're not gone. They're here. They're with us. They're around us. They're inside us. And we continue to carry what they mean to us and their memories, and they make our own lives better. And the other thing I would say to close is that we are doing the same thing for others. I mean, this is it goes from generation to generation to generation. And what we have been given and the gratitude we feel, we give that same love to our children and to the people we work with and see all the time. And it's just an unending circle of love and gratitude. And it's really important sometimes to stop and watch and to think about how important it is to our lives that we are connected in this way. So thank you all. Thank you all.